So another metaverse, Benjamin Charbit, also from Paris. They're wise. I really like the name. They're wise. Welcome.
Hi.
I think it's best if you sit with us here, because otherwise it will be maybe turning. Oh, I put my things everywhere here.
Good to see you. How are you?
Yeah. Welcome.
Last night, briefly.
Same thing. If we can put the video of your metaverse.
I'm a little bit embarrassed because it's quite aggressive.
Aggressive.
Yeah,
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, we see combat.
Yeah, we took.
But it's not all about it.
We took the sound off.
But the sound is more peaceful, actually.
So this is different because Sébastien is live and it's big and it's worth billions, and yours is.
We're the tiny baby right now.
You're just but it's not even launched, right?
It's not launched, and Sébastien has been one of our advisors since a few years now. So I'm very honored to get the opportunity to speak right after him.
Okay, so can you explain what you're doing here?
So we're the developers. I mean, we're already a fairly a fairly big team. We're a 100-people team. So they're always developing a gaming metaverse called Life Beyond. Life Beyond is it's a fiction. It's a virtual world where you can be whoever you want. So Sandbox is very interesting in the sense that you have this breadth of locations, very different type of experiences. Well, Life Beyond it's a virtual world with its own lore, its own backstory, and as a character in this world, you're going to a planet called Dolos to establish a new civilization in a rather peaceful way, as much as possible. The problem is this planet is lived by like the relics of an ancient technology, of an ancient civilization that is gone, but that is still very aggressively defending the land. And so that's why you guys saw this little aggressive experience. But this is only the first step into building this new civilization on this planet called Dolos, to eventually start settling and potentially building more sophisticated societies and economies.
Oh, interesting. So it's an experiment in building different societies.
Yeah. So the picture Life Beyond is when we build a game, usually we build a software. Our approach is very different. Rather than just building a software, we're building a server. The game runs on a server 24/7. It never stops, and you interact with this server, which is basically a world like a kind of a virtual reality, but not with the headset, just the concept, with which you're going to interact with any type of platform, a PC client, so a PC software, a Mac, mobile app, a web browser. And so it's really an opportunity for all of us to kind of start a new life, but in a virtual space.
And is it a thing where as many people as possible can play, or is it?
Yeah.
Is it
So
are they all joining into the same experience, or they're having their own entry
yes,
points?
it's a little bit like if I'm saying I'm taking you and I'm giving you the opportunity to be another yourself in Star Wars, and you're going to, and this is going to be live 24/7, never stopping. You can be part of another community. You can be yourself with someone totally different, totally new, different gender, whatever suits you. It's an extra layer in your existence.
What do you I assume you've already got it in beta and people are testing it and playing with it?
So it's we started developing this thing in 2018, so it's already been going for some time. We are running a pretty big test right now because we have a community of 1 million people, but we have 20,000 people who've been testing an alpha for the past 2 months. Very great experience. It just finished yesterday. We had a massive event to celebrate this, and we'll go back to development and start delivering more stuff. Yeah.
So what did you discover from how people play the game and what kind of societies they like to build?
So right now we focus very much on the pioneering experience. Maybe something that I should have mentioned is at hardware game developers. I was one of the creative directors of Assassin's Creed back at when we were working at Ubisoft. So this is really our core motive to build like a really fun and engaging gameplay. So we focus with this this part of the experience that is very, very, I would say, traditional, to make sure that we get this part right before we can expand into the more social. Yeah. So right now it's the action combat gameplay. That is also, it's also part of our playbook. We think that if we want to build a very sustainable community, we need to start with something that we know is engaging, and action gameplay. From years of experience, we know that this is working. And once we get people into this type of experience, then they start asking for more. And more is usually social. And so we're bringing this layer one step after another.
Very cool. Oh, is it just me now? Yeah, I mean, what are the larger trends that you're seeing in the whole metaverse space that you find most interesting?
So one of the large trends that we see, of course, is this very focus on social-led experiences. But I think that, and this is where Sandbox and Life Beyond are very much similar in a way, or see things the same way, which is social is not enough, surprisingly. In this digital world, you need to have meaningful to do, and beside interacting with other people and communicating, you need to have fun and engaging, whether it's puzzle games or action games. And this is why Sandbox, even though it hosts all of these brands, is bringing a lot of game as well. And for us, we take a different direction where we really want to build a very, very strong world. And so right now, I think we have a very wide range of different metaverses. But one thing that I find very interesting and that I'm very happy that we're participating is the open metaverse. The fact that even though we are developing a metaverse, we believe that there is one metaverse, the open metaverse, that is the connection of all these destinations. And we're building one of them, which also means that we're developing it, making sure that it's very open and flexible to host other properties. So we have Bored Apes, for instance, in Life Beyond. We have Cool Cats now. We are partnering with a lot of other properties, and that will contribute to making the world very believable, very authentic, because you don't live in a world that has only one topic. You really live in the modern world that is very rich of all of these different types of content.
So what's the chief thrill of it? Is this world building kind of aspect? Is that something that you get excited about?
So I'm part of this traditional gaming world where escapism has always been our driver. When we were, because now the good thing is that of course I'm saying things that sound sometimes like a common avenue today, but when I was 15, it wasn't. When I was 15, I was the part of the geek crew, and that was very marginal. Today, it's of course very core. People understand this need to evade, to escape into different realities, and sometimes we want to have the opportunity to wear the costume of someone else, of something else. So of course, this is the driver, but we also think that this is an amazing playground to run experimentations. For new type of governance, for new type of economies. And so in Life Beyond, like in a lot of other metaverses, you're going to be able to buy lands. On your land, you will be able to host, build communities, potentially growing them into more sophisticated societies, start testing new governance model. And the fact that all this runs on the blockchain again, where you have digital property right combined with utility token, governance token, really empower the owners to start running things the way they want. And in a quite harmless way, I think. So we can really start seeing some very interesting things and think then further, how we can apply them to the physical world.
Yeah, no, I'm fascinated by that idea that these new governance and economic structures could be like field tested in these virtual worlds.
And another important thing that was mentioned earlier is the fact that we're not really addressing this in a very dystopian way. Every time people quote Ready Player One, it's this idea of we're escaping a reality that is horrible to a virtual world that is more aspirational. Not at all for us.
In Paris, the real world isn't so bad.
Yeah, right. I'm very welcome, by the way. We're very, very happy to see you all here. But the truth is, we like reality. or we like the physical reality. For us, this is another type of reality because now you have real stakes, especially with NFTs and token. But we like the idea that we're going to be able to bridge, all of these different layers, and that you're going to move from one to another, back and forth all the time. So that's why we're not building a software, we're building a server. So you can be, because you were saying, oh, are you going to be stuck in this virtual world on your desk? No, you can be walking somewhere, you can be waiting, you can be interacting with your smartphone. You have so many ways to do it.
What we had the presentation in the beginning from these Amazonian, what's that?
Last question.
Yeah, the Amazonian, elders here. I'm curious. I mean, how does that resonate in terms of like the plant medicine journeys? Is there any kind of or explorations of consciousness or non-ordinary states of consciousness? Is that an inspiration for people who develop these types of tools?
So of course, if I remove there is one aspect that is of course very very similar, which is the extraction of yourself from this physical reality, the very tangible one, to something else that can be more spiritual, more elevating. I think we all feel this need, to have more than just our physical presence here. It's more fulfilling. I've always been very frustrated by that. And so this, of course, there are so many types of journey that can take you there. You can read, you can drink plants, you can travel, and of course, it's maybe not that accessible. You need to know the right people. You need to go to these beautiful locations, or through computers and through technologies, we can potentially also enable more. And I think it's kind of your motive, right? To how can I scale this knowledge to more people? So hopefully we can figure out how we can connect the technology with this, and maybe even think of new type of technologies that can be connected to this world and help you transitioning from this physical presence to online.
Wonderful, thank you.
Thank you so much. I am sorry, I would keep, of course, talking about this, but you'll be around,
yeah,
Benjamin.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for spending some time with us, and good luck for building the game. Do I call it a game, the metaverse?
A game, a metaverse. I think people will define it the way they really feel, and that's kind of the intention here.
Another reality.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. Thank you so much, Benjamin. Thank you.